What do you mean it's feeling tight?
With the way the Pelicans are playing right now.
How I mean, just 2 hours ago, you could say we had the momentum 3 hours ago. So that's part of the playoffs, part of the deal. The mood is we still got going home, a game in a couple of days that we gotta be prepared for, we gotta be ready for. But like you said, we're a team that's been in these situations. We gotta pull together and get it done. Simply put, get it done.
You feel like that the third quarter is continuing trend of them winning that quarter. What's happening in that quarter?
Just coming out, making more plays than us, you know. I felt like in that third quarter, we got some good looks, we got some good opportunities, didn't get them to fall, and they capitalized on theirs. And sometimes in basketball, that's just what happens. But what we got to do is we got to focus in extra on making sure that doesn't happen. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. No, it's not demoralizing. It's keep saying it's over and over again, but it's part of basketball. It's part of the game. Not everything goes your way every time. If it did, then there would be no need to play the game, you know. And each team is wants things to go their way. And sometimes one team falters a little bit. Sometimes another team rises a little bit. But you got to stay steady. You got to stay in the middle. Can't get too high with your highs. Can't get too low with your lows. And keep fighting. You know, everybody who's got to this point has been through adversity in their career. Nobody has been just winning with nothing stopping them. You know, it's part of sports. It's part of life. The fact that you have to fight through things like this, and for us, you know, I have the utmost confidence in our group. So in terms of there being momentum shift or things feeling shaken, they gotta come back to Phoenix, and we're going back to Phoenix. And we know how big it is to play in our city. We know how important it is to us. And this playoff run, man, there's a lot of stuff that's behind it. And a lot of fighting through the regular seasons through the past couple since I've been here. And you can say, you know, of course, if you play a game on another team's home court and they win, it feels like momentum, but you have to block out all that noise and just be prepared for the next game. And shots didn't fall, didn't get to the line as much as we wanted. And they had some swings and momentum in this game, but all that stuff you gotta push to the side. And you know, every play that's coming up in this next game hasn't happened yet, and we'll have a you know, a choice in how that goes.
How useful is how much can you draw on last year's playoff run and that type of adversity that you guys went through?
A ton. That's part of playoff experience. But then again, it's also, you have to recognize that this year has nothing to do with last year. Different team, different players, different environments, and you just got to be prepared. And sometimes you take them on the chin. Sometimes the balls don't bounce your way, but you got to get back up and keep fighting. And that's what this group has done all season. That's what this group has done in the 3 years I've been here. Not everything's been sweet every game, every quarter. But we got to buck trends. We got to keep them off the offensive glass. We got to keep them off the free throw line and make things harder on them and elevate our physicality, you know, as much as they'll let us, and find a way. And that's all it is to it.
Cam, what was the one area of the game where you thought it got away from you guys the most?
I think late in that third quarter, they got to the line a bunch, as you guys know, and just started to grab some separation. And then we chipped back into the fourth, but just couldn't come up with enough plays. I mean, I know I missed a wide open look, and I was just got to move on from this one and take our lessons and be better next game.
You guys have been a really stable group all year through so much. What is it about this Pelicans team that kind of has you guys not able to find that in the moments that you want to?
You know, the way they attack you is you got to find the physicality, the borderline physicality, with how you can guard, Ingram and McCollum and then keeping them off the boards because they're hitting every time. They're crashing for the offensive board and they're hitting us, throwing us out the way. And so we got to match that physicality and figure out the ways in which that physicality can turn our way. But that's the problems they present. And, defensively, they've also made it hard on us to, by the numbers, hit our shots. But that's also on us, and we can be a lot better, and we will be a lot better. Thank you, guys. Yep.